What's up, Wolverines? I'm Matthew Barturin.
And I'm Jake Cameo, and here's your news for today. The Fairchild Tropical Botanical Garden is one of Miami's top attractions, a great place to visit with your significant other on Valentine's Day. Matthew Barturin has the story.
The Fairchild Garden is one of Miami's most popular attractions and is a great immersive experience into the world of life science.
You first need to take the tram tour. Tram tour is about 15 minutes. It's going to take you throughout all 83 acres. It's going to show you different buildings, trees, plants. Our main buildings is called the Science Village, and there are different projects and different things happening. There's the DNA lab, there's the seed lab, there's the Million Orchid lab. We have the indoor butterfly garden called Wings of the Tropics. We have the Glass House Cafe, and we also have the Rare Plant Conservatory, as well as the Whitman Pavilion, which offers citrus plants and orchids, and you walk into a cloud when you go in there. Founders of the garden were Colonel Robert Montgomery and his wife Nell. Now, his favorite plants were palms and cycads. Cycads are the second oldest plant on Earth. They appeared some 300 million years ago, so he couldn't grow them up north. So he moved to South Florida when he retired, and he started growing them at his home. And that collection outgrew the property, so it made him realize that South Florida needed a public garden. So in 1934, he bought this property. It's 83 acres, and he started growing palms and cycads, obviously. And then he wasn't a horticulturist, a botanist, or even a landscape architect, so he gathered a group of people who had the knowledge. One of them was Charles Crandon. Crandon Park Beach is named after him. He was the chairperson for the county commissioners. His dream was to have parks throughout the county. His first park was right next door to our garden, Matson Hammock Park, 1930. Then he also incorporated Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. She lived maybe 10 minutes north of the garden, and she's best known for helping save the Everglades. And then the third person that he incorporated was David Fairchild. David was a plant explorer, went around the world. He brought in some 200,000 introductions into the United States, and that's why the garden is named after him.
From WBLN, I'm Matthew Barturin.
If you're looking for a sweet treat to eat, then you could go to Chillin', who's famously known for their ice cream chilled with liquid nitrogen.
Chillin' is one of the most popular ice cream shops in South Florida, but what makes it different from the competition?
So Chillin' first opened in 2012 at our Pinecrest location, and then multiple locations have opened up around South Florida. 2017, South Miami opened, and then this store, Coconut Grove, opened November of 2020. And they're also selling franchises out in San Antonio, Orlando, Dallas. So Chillin' is spreading across the country. Basically, our ice cream is custom ice cream made from scratch. So it starts by you pick a size, you pick the base, which is what the ice cream is going to be made out of. And then we're going to mix in that flavor into the ice cream and freeze it on the spot with liquid nitrogen. Once that's done, the customers are going to pick any mix-ins that they want to go into their ice cream, and the ice cream comes out nice and smooth with all the mix-ins inside, frozen on the spot. So our most popular flavor is Nutella, which all the Belen guys get every time they come in. I would always get the Nutella. Cake batter is really popular as well. And then what's cool about Chillin' is that we could always combine flavors together. So you could do like Nutella banana or chocolate strawberry. That's all mixed together rather than being separate scoops.
But why liquid nitrogen?
Liquid nitrogen is at a temperature of negative 320 degrees Fahrenheit. So what happens is when the ice cream comes out as liquid, the bowl is mixed with the flavor, everything in, and then the nitrogen dispenses into the bowl and freezes the ice cream in a way that there's not really any ice crystals in there. So when you're eating it, the texture is really nice and smooth. Chillin's a great place to come after a date, having dinner, going to the movies, or a lot of kids just come in with their friends on a Friday, Saturday night and hang out. They'll spend hours in the store just talking. I used to do it back in high school. Kids still do it. So Chillin's always great to come in, get ice cream, hang out with your friends.
Reporter for WBLN, I'm Jake Camejo. Super Bowl is one of the only times you actually watch commercials. Super Bowl ads are meant to be the best of the best because of how expensive the ad space is. Variety reported that some 30-second spots costed $7 million. This year, companies seem to heavily favor celebrity cameos. One of them was Duncan.
One of Duncan's most ex-wife, Jennifer Lopez. In the Pepsi Zero Sugar ads, Steve Martin and Ben Stiller gave mini classes on acting, and T-Mobile hired Bradley Cooper and his mom. Other companies leaned on nostalgia. Shopping site Rakuten enlisted Alicia Silverstone to reprise her role as shopping-obsessed Cher from Clueless. Michelob Ultra featured Serena Williams, Brian Cox, and others in a tribute to Caddyshack. And Popcorners reunited Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul for a Breaking Bad commercial.
What's up, Wolverines? I'm Matthew Belvides, and here are your sports for today. After winning Friday night's district championship game, your varsity basketball team takes on Terra Thursday at 7 p.m. in the regional quarterfinal. During the game, Kevin Garcia sustained an injury to his ankle. We caught up with him after to hear how he's doing.
I'm trying to get through it. The pain it's there when I put some pressure on it and I'm walking around, but we're trying to slowly recover, getting through some treatment in the trainer's office. And just trying to get ready for Thursday. I think we're going to have to fight through it.
Well, be sure to pack the house and wear preppy clothes to the game on Friday. In other Belen news, your varsity soccer team sadly lost 2-0 to Pembroke Pines Charter. Congrats to the Wolverines on a great season. Well, that's all for Belen Sports. Now on to the pros. What a game! The 57th Super Bowl ended in spectacular fashion with the Kansas City Chiefs defeating the Philadelphia Eagles 38-35 on Sunday night. The game was hot from the start, with both teams scoring touchdowns on their very first drives. Patrick Mahomes won his second Super Bowl, as well as his second Super Bowl MVP. Well, that's all for the sports. Now back to the guys at the desk.
Thanks, Belvides. Today marks the 5th year since the Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida, where the shooter Nicholas Cruz took the lives of 17 people, including staff and students. Nicholas Cruz was recently sentenced to life in prison. Our condolences go out to all the families affected. Well, that's all your news for today. Make sure to follow us on all social medias, and from all of us here, stay safe.
And have a good Valentine's Day, Wolverines.